Hey, hi everyone. Quick video showing how to repair a windscreen chip.
Show them the chip there, how it is. So it should reduce that 70 to 85%.
Okay.
100% structural repair. Drill in with a 1mm diamond drill bit. Just into the top of the screen. It's like having a filling done at the dentist. Yeah. It obviously spins very, very smoothly. It's similar to a dentist kind of thing.
Yeah.
Any vibration on it will just crack the screen. Less pain.
You need steady hands to do this.
As long as you're nice and gentle with the drill, you don't push on it, you'll never find the screen cracking. There we go. Nice little incision to let the resin in. Very small hole where the impact crater hits, where the stone hits. That's all it needs.
So just let me reiterate there. Do not drill through the windscreen.
You put the mirror on the inside and you'll be able to see what's going on there now. You see where it's all black around it? That's all trapped air or moisture, shows up black. Layer of laminate plastic, and then you've got an inside layer as well, so it's kind of like a plastic sandwich.
Yeah.
Got a little nozzle, and that's what covers the hole, and then a plunger that goes up and down. You put the resin into the plunger and force the pressure on. That's why we use the mirror. It's so important to use the mirror or you could miss the hole. There you go, so it just sits over there lightly like that. Take the plunger out. See, that puts backwards pressure on it, so that will suck out any air or moisture that's in there. And the resin, a few drops of that on the top. That's all it takes. The resin's thinner than water, it finds its way through the cracks. If it struggles, we use a bit of heat on it to open up the cracks and let the resin flow on whilst it's being injected into. In the mirror, I'll be able to actually see, when I pull back on this in a second, I'll be able to see the air sucking out of the whole crack, the whole chip. So it's on its way now. The resin's starting to soak in, and I'm watching the blackness come out and the lines become clear. Obviously they never disappear, stone chips with the stars. It's transparent resin in a transparent screen.
Right.
So the only way to do a cosmetic repair 100% would be to spray paint over it afterwards, which 100% structural repairs, not cosmetic. It's a common misconception of people.
But this prevents extension of the cracks.
Yeah, it prevents it going any further. It guarantees it for a year. As long as it's done properly and the resin goes into the end of all these cracks, which you can actually see happening at the minute. You can see the black lines disappearing slowly, and that's as the resin's slowly seeping in there. Once it gets in there, it's obviously pushing a bit of air in to the edges. So then I'll just pull out the air again with a bit of backwards pressure. And after about 3 or 4 minutes, I'll put a bit of heat on the inside of the screen to really open up the crack, let the resin in, and let it cool down again. It's just the first process, the interior resin. There's an exterior resin that goes on the top as well that's a bit softer, that scrapes off with a razor, leaves it nice and smooth. Yeah, he's well on his way now. I'll just leave that on for a minute, watching these lines get thinner and thinner and thinner. You see the angle from up here, so nice. that's working.
Oh, you can see through the mirror better.
Yeah. Process of pulling back, and you'll see that eyelet, you'll see it shrinking as it pulls back, and it's sucking the air out, or the moisture that might be in there.
Yeah.
See if it is moisture and it freezes, it cracks. In this case it was only air.
Okay.
You never know, air or moisture both show up black inside the crack, and that's what really needs to come out. That's how you know the job's done, when the blackness is gone. That means the resin is there instead. There we go. So there was actually two separate impact craters. There was one at the top, just up here, and there was one at the bottom, the bigger one that I've gone into. So it may be a case, if the top one doesn't fill out, we need to make a very small incision into the top one, just to inject in again into that, to bring the air out of that.
Okay.
It's not moving through this hole. Although the one to the side and the one coming down, they're both full. They're both doing well. One more suck, then I'm going to put a bit of heat on it. Really expand the pressure. Just open the glass up to around about 50 degrees. If it gets too hot, it's detrimental because it closes up. Perfect temperature. Just open it up and let it flow perfectly. The Turkish barber way of doing things. Move the flame around. It's important not to leave that flame in one point, otherwise it can actually expand the crack. If you move it around, it expands all the glass at the same time, nice and gently. Just opens up the crack and lets that resin flow in. You can actually sit here sometimes and just watch these lines almost disappearing in front of your eyes. Last thing you want to do, get it too hot, too quick, then you don't see what you're doing. So yeah, there you go. You see how the mist is just slowly disappearing there. There's a line down there, I don't know if you can see it, and that's just slowly shrinking. It was down to here, and it's just shrunk back up to there. Just test it with my finger. It's about 10-15 degrees at the minute. I'm going to take it up to about 40-50. From being a plumber all my life, I know exactly what 40-50 degrees is.
It feels like.
Around in a certain motion. The glass and the tracking again.
And repeat.
Tiny little hole, yeah, and then repeat the process. I'm just looking to try and get that little blackness, the trapped air out of the line that goes off to the right.
Yeah.
That's the idea of this part. Seal it out, so actually a surface resin, a little plastic sheet to flatten the bead, and a razor to scrape it off. Bit of UV radiation to bake it all. The UV resins, they set hard as soon as they get the UV on them. It never ever comes out. Lob over there, lob over there. Flatten that down. It's very different. The UV lamp, the radiation goes on. This is what cures off all those resins that are in there, including the surface resin. That stays on for about 2 minutes for a small chip. So it's a lot softer, the resin that goes on the surface compared to the resin that goes in the screen, you see. This stuff, 20ml, it's £168 for a bottle of that. It's quite expensive stuff. That's on there now. Pull that off. Now, you see that that's baked the resin on, turned it solid, scrapes off with a razor, leaves it, you can't feel anything, it seals it out, seals out the elements, it means it can't open up, it can't take any more moisture in.
Superb.
So, because it had been in there for a while, there's a slight residue of the dirt in there, it's just road film and things like that, but all the air, you can tell that is almost transparent now, so the resin's gone up there, it's just left very faint little dirty residue marks. If the chip gets fixed instantly, kind of within a couple of days, they can actually disappear. Pretty much disappear, yeah, I'd say 90% disappear. Clean off the inside where I've had the heat, because that browns it a little bit. There you go, it just comes off like that.
Great job.
A nice smooth thing. It can't damage your wiper. It can't open up.
Perfect. Big thank you to my friend Adam for showing us the process. If you haven't already, please subscribe.